How would you like to guarantee that you're going to have real estate closings every month from your Facebook ads? In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how that's a reality, and I'm going to show you how to make sure you're getting guaranteed closings every single month from your Facebook ads. Take a look. Hey everyone, Kevin Small with 2Q Lead Generation Strategies. If you are new to our channel, we appreciate you being here. What we're all about is helping real estate agents just like you generate more leads online, specifically from Facebook and YouTube and other sources. Take those leads, convert them, and turn them into transactions. So if you're looking for more tips and more strategies on how to grow your real estate business, this is the place to be. Please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you here as part of our community. In today's video, what we're going to talk about is the strategy of how to guarantee that you're going to have closings every single month from the real estate ads that you're running on Facebook. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And I am just going to walk you through a couple of things. So with that being said, what you're looking at here is an ad account of one of my clients' Facebook pages. And just to give you an idea of how this works and what's going to be required to have multiple closings every single month, or have guaranteed closings every month. So with that, you can see the results of her ad account. So right now she's got these 4 ads that are active that are currently running, and they're all lead generation ads. So far this ad has generated 51 leads at a cost of $1.40 per lead. This one's 33 leads at a cost of $1.15 per lead. 18 leads at $2.09, and nine leads. This was one I just set up a few hours ago. 9 leads at a cost of 47 cents. Yes, you're seeing that correctly. And so again, what I'm seeing right now, especially as we're in the midst of the pandemic, coronavirus, we're seeing situations where the lead cost is actually lower than what it typically is. What my clients typically experience is a cost per lead of around $3 to $5. So for every $3 to $5 that they're spending, they'll typically generate a lead for that amount. So for those of you who are thinking, okay, Kevin, what you're going to show me is going to be super expensive, you'll notice that the majority of these ads, she's not spending a fortune on them, right? It's just how we set them up and what the results are. So everyone's, okay, Kevin, what's the ad look like? It's the same ad I've shown you a million times, right? So here's an example of one of these. This is one of the live ads that are currently running right now. We're taking a listing, we're marketing that listing and attracting potential buyers. And a lot of times the listings that we pick would often be somebody's third or fourth home, like a second or third home. That way they have to both sell and buy. We get dual commissions, and obviously that works really well. But if you don't know how to set something like this up, that's not the focus of today's video. If you want to learn how to do what I'm showing you right here, the tutorial for that is right here. I will put a link. You can go watch that video and see exactly the step-by-step of how to do this. But what I want to show you is how this is turning into guaranteed closings every single month. So with that, let me just go ahead and bring up a whiteboard, and what I want to do is I just want to walk you through this process. So with that being said, right, when we're talking about making sure that we have a closing every single month, typically what my clients are finding is roughly for about every $3 to $5 that they spend, they will generate a lead. So I'm going to take the high side of this just to be conservative. Let's say, obviously in your area, depending on market conditions and prices, it's going to fluctuate. But on average, let's say that it's costing you, that's really ugly, $5. It's always fun writing with a mouse. $5 to generate a lead, right? So if it's costing you $5 to generate a lead, so let's undo that. Okay, perfect. So let's try that again. If our cost per lead is $5, right? So just for the sake of example, let's say that you are running a daily budget of $5. So if it's costing you $5 a lead and you're running a budget of $5 a day, then on average, you're going to be generating around 1, sometimes 2 leads per day. So let's just call it 1 to keep the math simple. In that case, you have generated a total, oops, let me back that up. So in that case, the total leads that you would generate over a month, if you're getting 1 or 2 a day, you're probably going to be in the neighborhood of around 30 or so, right? But for that, if you've been spending $5 a day for 30 days, then you're going to have spent $150 to achieve that outcome. Now, in a lot of cases, you're not going to see a transaction from that amount. So the reality of the situation is you have to understand what conversion rates are for online leads. The National Association of Realtors, they report that the typical lead conversion rate is actually about 1.2%. So with that being said, if you are average, keyword, if you are average in the way that you follow up with leads, a typical conversion ratio would be 1%. Meaning you need to generate 100 leads before you would actually see a transaction. And what I find with my clients all the time is that that is extremely accurate. When they get more than 1% conversion ratio, it's because they're employing systems and strategies to elevate that. But if they're consistent in the way that they follow up, 1% is pretty typical. So basically what that means is we need to get to the point where instead of we're generating 30 leads, we need to be generating 100 leads. So again, the way that you guarantee that you have closings going on all the time, frankly, it's just math, right? Once you have a system, see, if I can come and I can run an ad that's generating 20 leads a week, 30 leads a week, when I've got that in place, it's just math, right? That's all this is. So I know that if I get to the point where I'm generating 100 leads a month, you should be doing 1 to 2 deals a month from that. That's just the math of it. So if it's costing me, again, $5 a lead, then I know that I need to be spending around $500 a month, right? So I know that says daily, but I need to be spending about $500, I'll put an M, per month, right? So I need to spend about $500 a month to get 100 leads. And so, oops, I kind of did that a little backwards. So again, if I'm spending 100, if it's costing me, so let's just see, that's what happens when we start doing math in a live recording. All right, so if I'm spending about 500 a month, that's what it's costing me to achieve this, right? So my total cost, I should put it there, 500. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. That's why I put that blank there. So if it's costing me 500 a month, 500 divided by 30 days, again, that means you're spending roughly about $15 to $16 a month, somewhere in that range, right? Or excuse me, per day, $15 to $16 per day. Now, I know that if I'm doing that, I'm going to get one transaction out of the 100. So that one transaction, you know, here in where I'm living, a $300,000 home, that's pretty common. Obviously, it's going to depend on your area. It's going to depend on your commission rate. But just taking a $300,000 sales price, if I'm earning 3%, then that is a $9,000 commission. Right? Now, granted, you're going to have expenses and splits, and that's fine. I don't care about all that. You could call it 4,500 just for the sake of being crazy. Who cares, right? But if it's costing you $500 to generate $9,000, like that's an insane return, right? That's insane. That's like a 2,000% return on your money, almost. Right? 10,000 would be a 2,000% return. So when you start investing, you invest in the stock market and you're going to be stoked if you get 10 to 12% over a year. Whereas if you were to invest that into your business and generate leads, most of my clients are seeing at least a 10-time multiple of what they're spending in ads versus how many deals they're actually closing. Now, here's the part where people get a little concerned, right? Is they'll say, well, Kevin, I generated 100 leads this month and I don't have a closing. Well, you've got to understand the nature of real estate. So of these 100 leads that I generate right now, those are the deals I'm probably going to be closing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months down the road, right? That's the nature of the real estate industry. Most people, most of the leads that we generate, they're not ready to do business today. Some will, but it's the minority, right? The majority of people are going to need time. So you've got to have a follow-up system that accounts for that. One of the things we do with our clients is we put them on a drip system. We have an automated system that's text messaging people. There's a live person who interacts with that conversation, and they set appointments for people, and then we do the follow-up. If you're consistent in that process, you should be seeing your pipeline fill. So what happens is, of these 2 leads, you may have one that's ready in 45 days, but the other lead may not be ready for 6 months, 180 days. Well, now that's a deal that's in my pipeline if I keep following up. Now, the next month when I do this, I may have 1 or 2 leads that are 2 months down the road, right? And then another one that's 3 months down the road. And so all that's happening is my pipeline just keeps getting filled if I'm consistent in the follow-up. So sometimes what happens is people will generate leads and they'll say, well, my cost per lead, Kevin, was $7. It's more expensive than what you're showing me. and I kind of laugh, right? And my response is, okay. Because honestly, if it's costing you $7 a lead, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Then that means your total cost to generate 100 leads was $700 to get a $9,000 commission. Are you okay with that? I mean, it just makes sense, right? So some of my clients, I have clients who are doing, I've got a client who generates about 700 to 800 leads per month. And he's got a team of multiple people that are going through those. But of those 700 to 800 leads, he's closing about 5 deals a month. Now, he could be better at his follow-up process. They kind of just cherry pick and take the ones that are ready now and just kind of move on. If they were more consistent about the way they did their follow-up, they would get even more out of that. But they're just cherry picking and taking the people who are ready now. So out of 700 to 800 leads, right? And he's in his area with the marketing he's doing, it's costing him about $2 a lead. So you figure he's spending roughly $1,400 to $1,600 a month, but he's getting like 5 deals from that. So you figure 5 deals, if he's making, most of his properties are around $250. So you figure the average deal for him is, we'll call it around 7,000. So if he's getting 4 to 5 of those per month, well, then he's making $28,000 to $35,000 for a $1,600 expense. Again, that's almost 20 times what he spent for advertising. So the way that you end up getting guaranteed closings every single month, there's a couple different fundamental things that have to occur in order for this to happen. So the fundamentals are, number one, you've got to have a lead generation machine. If leads aren't coming in, frankly, it doesn't matter what you do, right? You've got to have a source of leads coming in. That's number one, and I showed you examples of how to do that. The second thing is you've got to have a lead conversion system. Like I said, a lot of what we do is we help our clients set up a text message system where there's a live person managing that, and then they're contacting the leads, doing all the follow-up and setting appointments for our agents to talk to those people. That way it's a leverage of time. You're not having to spend all your time chasing people down and wondering who's serious and wondering who's not. We let other people in technology do that for you. The third part of what we do to help with lead conversion is we do retargeted ads, where once they have responded to this ad, we put them into a custom audience on Facebook where they continue to get more ads from you. So you're constantly in front of them. So what happens is you're constantly in front of them on Facebook every time they log in, and you're constantly in front of them in text messaging with the follow-up. And with all this follow-up going on, they just realize that you're the person that they want to work with. So it requires a lead generation system, a lead conversion system. You still have to do the follow-up, but if you have those pieces in place, you should be getting guaranteed closings every single month from the marketing that you're doing on Facebook from just this one simple process that I've shown you, this one simple type of ad. There's other kinds of ads that we run for our clients where we're marketing to their past clients, their sphere of influence, their warmest markets. And again, it just builds that name recognition. So there are lots of ways of doing this, but the simple concept that I want to instill on you in this video is that in order to have guaranteed closings, it's just a matter of volume, frankly, right? Volume and follow-up. That's what it is. So if you're consistent in the way that you approach both of those, you should be getting guaranteed closings from your Facebook ads every single month. This is what our clients experience. Just like I said, it takes a little bit of time to get the machine running and to start building the pipeline. But once that building process is done and the pipeline starts filling, they've got a closing this month from leads they generated a couple months ago, and this one, and this one, and this one, and it's just a snowball effect because we've built the pipeline and we keep running that system. So again, this is how my clients are experiencing guaranteed closings every single month. Once, again, takes a little bit to build it up, but once they've got that going on, if they're doing enough volume and they're consistent with the follow-up, it's just math, right? If you know that the conversion rate is 1% and you're consistent in the way that you approach it, it's just math. That's all it is. And it makes tons of sense because in most parts, for what it's costing you to generate a lead and the commission that you're earning for the closed deal, most of my clients are experiencing, like I said, 10, sometimes 20% or 20 times what they're spending for generating the ads and doing the marketing. So that is our process of how to get guaranteed closings every single month with your Facebook ads. So if you found this video helpful, first thing, number one, just go down, take that split second, click the thumbs up button. That helps us tremendously. We appreciate your support. And it also lets us know what kind of content you want us to create in the future. Second thing, down in the description below, I've put some resources. You can download some of our free Facebook ad templates. Also, if you want to find out more about our services and what we can do to help you grow your business, there's some links and information there. You can check that out as well. And then lastly, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. Again, you're going to find more tips, more strategies, more techniques to grow your business. And you'll also be, if you click that bell notification, you'll be notified every time we put out new content. I'll put up a couple more videos right here that you can go check out. Things will help you grow your business. But other than that, keep pressing forward, keep marketing. Real estate is a fantastic business. And what we're finding with our clients is when they're consistent in their marketing, especially the ones that we're helping do it, they just see consistent results. So with that, crush it, make it a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.